Okay.
Oh man, my hand is so itchy. I need a haircut and a shower.
Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Nady, and today we're going over this month's best and worst of Boutete. As beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. Oh, my little candied ham hocks, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having a spectacular day so far. I think I may have missed a month of doing this, my badio. I apologize, but that just means we have even more for this video. But for anybody that's new here, I do split this up into 3 categories. We have the Yas category, the Meh category, and the Hell No's. And oddly enough, we actually don't have very many Hell No products. They're kind of evenly split between the Yasas and the Meh category, which I'm kind of bummed about because even though this is a place of love, I kind of live for raw dogging products. If I got a raw dog something, it might as well be makeup. But it is finally summer here in Michigan. I was able to get a little bit of sun, but I just feel my inner summer whore self coming out of its shell. But I know the heat really isn't for everyone, so comment down below. Do you like it warm? Do you like it cool? Do you like it mild? It's always fun talking down there and getting to know ya. Anyways, let's get back into the Mecoup and dive into this. Starting with the Yas category, we are kicking it off with a Patrick Toss, some kind of sculpting palette. This is the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. Oh my fucking tits and taint. I love this. I don't love the price. In fact, this is almost borderline meh because of the price, but the quality is just so good. I've never been one to think that just because it's expensive, it's gonna be good quality or necessarily better than anything else. But this $70 palette is so much better than like the $20 palettes that I have. I'm not saying it's worth $70, but if this had like a $50 price tag, that might cheapen it a little. And so I get why it's $70 because it is kind of luxury, but I still don't think it should be $70. But even with that high price tag, I keep running back to this. In fact, I have told so many people about this palette. I've offered to use it on people. I've taken it traveling with me. I just love the shit out of this, and I don't know why, because talk about basic, bitch. But even though it's basic, I can picture it on absolutely everyone, and I think that's what makes a really good palette. It has lovely creams in it that I've used as a contour. I've used them on my eyes. They make a beautiful base. They make a beautiful smoky wing. The slightly glittery shades right here and right here are more satiny, and when you blend them out, they turn completely matte. All of the glitter disappears, and I love that. And it is kind of a dark palette, but I love a dark glam moment. Like, if I had to choose what kind of a look to do every single day, I would probably do looks with this palette. I feel like I'm dropping shit. This little window thing keeps opening, and it's tripping me the hell up. The price is not my favorite. It totally deserves to be in the Hell No category for that bullshit, but the quality is so there. If you don't really own many nudes or you don't have good nudes, this is the palette you need. It's probably the only one you'll ever need after this. And it really is a great supplemental palette. Like, you could combine this with reds, blues, literally anything. So this little baby will probably make it into my yearly favorites because, ugh, it just makes me moist. Next, we have this acid trip of a palette. This is the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. Look at that packaging. I just could knock it over the colors. I don't know where the box went though. Oh, here it is. I was so excited over the launch of this. I feel like it did take a little bit of time to come out, but it was so worth it. For the quality of this, it's actually pretty affordable. I think this was like $39 or $40, which that isn't cheap at all. Like, 40 bucks is a lot of money, but you do get quite a few shadows here, and this too could be an excellent supplemental palette. You definitely can get complete looks with this, but I know that most people probably wouldn't. But even as a supplemental palette, like, all of the shadows in here are divine quality. But I will admit that I've not really found myself wanting to reach for this since I've gotten it. I more so grab it to look at the colors on the packaging because there's something about them that really makes me feel feels. The good kind of feels. It might be because Mary Jane is involved, but still, it's fun to look at. The quality is banging. I love the vibrant colors. The price is right. And it's kind of unique. I've never really had a palette whose top came off, and its top comes off without me having to throw beads at it too, so that's fun. If you want something funky and fresh and cool, this is totally where the fuck it's at. Next up is a product I don't know where the fuck I put it. Okay, the next thing in our Yas category is the Kiko Milano Little Spot Pot Concealer. I don't know what the hell this is called. Full coverage concealer, that makes sense. So I just reviewed these recently, and I kind of put them really hardcore to the test. This one was too deep for me, this one was too light, and so I ended up using this one underneath my eyes and kind of blending it out to be pretty sheer. There were a few comments on that video that said you can't really tell a difference, but in person I honestly could. Like, it just made my under eyes look very, very healthy, like I got enough sleep, like I actually eat my salads and vegetables and fruits, and maybe get more vitamins than vitamin D. But that just kind of proves how versatile it is. Like, this was only, I think, $11, and you can abso-fucking-lutely cover up a zit, you can cover up a tattoo, or when it's underneath like your foundation and other products that you use, you can actually blend it out to be on the more sheer side, kind of like a brightener. It's very buildable, super user-friendly, extremely cheap. You only need a teeny tiny amount. This is honestly a product that I could see professionals using, and I think I wore this to a wedding and it was hot as shit out. And even at the end of the day, it was still underneath my eyes. It didn't crease, it just blended blended into my skin. I didn't put any other foundation or anything on top of it, but still, it looked beautiful on its own. I really do want to get my actual colors, although maybe this will match me now. But really, for the price, you cannot beat this. This is fantastical. Speaking of testicles, we have Mr. Manny MUA's Life's a Drag Facelift palette. I think I actually like this one more than the original. Not that there was anything wrong with this one, but this one is a little bit more compact, and you still get quite a few shades in here. Like, it would take me for freaking ever to actually use all of these shades. I have traveled with this everywhere. I've used it so many times, and you can't even tell. So I kind of appreciate that they made the shadows smaller before they get all expired and shit. They added a few to it. Really, this palette would work for so many people. The quality is very, very good. Like, pretty much everything that I've tried from this brand has been delicious. Not everything, but this palette is definitely included in my top favorites from this brand. And being the color whore that I am, I just love this colorful side. This palette is just a chef's kiss from me. Up next, we have a product from ColourPoop. This is the Malibu Booby palette. God, I love me a good Barbie. This is a Trixie Mattel moment right here. I can't totally remember, but I think this palette actually was a little bit more expensive than the typical ColourPop palette. It was still affordable, but with the frequency of their launches, I kind of have a limit on what I want to spend on this brand. And this was pretty much at the top, but I'm so glad that I bought it because this was a dream to work with. Every shadow was beautiful and buttery and soft and pigmented and saturated and everything that you want in an eyeshadow. When it comes to this brand, they do kind of seem to be either hit or miss. You never know if what you're going to get is pure shit or if it's great, and this was great. They've really included so many cool looks in here. They have a few neutral shades. They have little bright pops of color for a monochromatic moment. This yellow is fantastic. This pink is beautiful. The blue worked really well. ColourPop's nudes are always good, so nobody really cares about those, but like everything in here was so good. And on top of it, it was a total nostalgic moment for me. I used to play with Barbies. I used to rub their hair until they were bald. So this palette just helped bring back the few good memories that my childhood had. No matter your skin color, no matter your tone, whatever, this would honestly work for you. Like, you can find something in here to create a bangin' ass look with. I don't know how long they'll keep this in stock. Maybe it's already sold out, but if you can grab one, definitely do. And we are very quickly sliding down this lubed up list. Next up, we have the Nematang Dosa Colors collab. Specifically, this is the Coral collection. I don't really get coral from this. I know this probably is a version of coral, but I think it's more burnt orange, which is perfectly fine with me. The liquid lipstick is so pigmented, so comfortable, so beautiful. It just looks and feels rich. So does the bullet lipstick. This is exquisite. I have used so many lipsticks from Tom Ford to Pat McGrath, like everything. And this is 1000% up there with my favorites from Tom Ford and Pat McGrath. I'm pretty sure they don't sell these individually, which is a damn crime because I would get this in every freaking color. I don't even wear cream lipsticks, but there's just something about them that makes me want to use them. And shockingly enough, I also love the gloss that it came with. Like, I'm not a gloss person. I don't like glitter. I don't like sticky things on my lips, except for a few things. But this is just so comfortable. Like, it doesn't eat away my makeup. It doesn't bleed everywhere. It doesn't get in my mouth, which even if it did get in my mouth, I wouldn't be mad because this shit is tasty. Total snack attack moment. Oh my goodness, and how could we forget about the lip liner? It is so precise. It's the perfect balance of like waxy and creamy. It works as an eyeliner for the upper lid. You can put it in your waterline on the lower lash. This is just a group of marvelous formulas. If it weren't for the high price tag, I probably would have gotten the other one, which honestly, I don't think the price tag was too bad. I believe this was $50 for all of this, and like for the quality, that is so good. But I just didn't want to spend $100 on lipsticks because I have so many in my collection, but I did want to try one shade, and I do not regret purchasing any of this. This liquid lipstick is so nice on the lips. I've even used it on my eyes as eyeshadow. This is a mad ass base on the eyes, and then you put like a red shadow over it, maybe some gold. It's like, oh god, take my soul, take my whole, and all of my money. Then our second to last item on here, I think I actually sold on my Poshmark. Oh wait, no, here it is. I do have it listed on my Poshmark in the swatched category, but that is the Dominique Cosmetics Now or Never palette. This little baby is such a spitfire. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think this was kind of expensive. I know you only get 6 shadows. I know that one of these in here was the tiniest bit patchy, but I love this so damn much. I can't tell you why. Well, actually I can. It's because I'm a total slut for pinks and purples. I see this and it has like everything in it that I could possibly want for a beautiful pink smoky eye. It has a glitter in it that makes my dainties wetter than the Hoover Dam, which I know I hate glitters, but this one just pops. I love the color selection. I love the quality. The only reason that I'm probably gonna get rid of this is because I do have these colors 10 times in my collection. Between my Blend Bunny palette and my Makeup Geek Z palettes, I don't really need this, but oh my gosh, this this is gonna be very difficult to part with. If this color story speaks to you, I totally recommend it, and if you can get it on sale, like, definitely snag her. Because the palette really isn't perfect, it is kind of teetering between the meh and the yes category, but it has so many more pros than cons. Then last up for this category, it actually isn't a beauty item at all. This was sent to me. I never ever have to review anything that's sent to me. It did come with a code. I don't earn anything for you using the code, but you can save money, and this is the most randomest thing that I've ever had on here, and no, I don't think randomest is a word. Today it is though, but oh my goodness, this is a vacuum. Look at this little thing, how cute. Okay, so this isn't all of it. It does have a normal like attachment thing to clean the floors with, but this is just the base of it. It's cordless. It literally takes me 8 minutes to vacuum my 1,500 square foot townhouse here. I don't know if this is just a new moment in my little timeline here where I'm so old I'm excited over a fucking vacuum cleaner. Hold on. Get all my dandruff. But this thing is a beast. It gets my carpets, it gets my hardwoods. You hang it up on the wall to charge. I can be holding Ron in one arm and be vacuuming my stairs with this with the other. It is a dream come true. This is by Dream with an E at the end. I have no idea how much this was, but I'm so grateful that they sent this to me because I hate vacuuming and this makes it honestly kind of fun. Again, I'm not being paid to shout this out and I wouldn't say anything if I didn't actually love it, but I really do like it. I'll link it down below. I think they sent some kind of a coupon, maybe 10 or 20% off. I don't get anything other than the satisfaction of knowing that I saved you a few coins. Any fucking who, on to the meh category. Okay, so this little beast is actually a product that's still kind of teetering for me between the yes and the meh category, but it's more in the meh. That is the Jacqueline Hill Cosmetics Bright and Set palette. I think that's what this is called. I really do like this palette. I just don't love how kind of finicky it can be. Like, depending on what products you use with this, it can make you look really dry and cakey or really beautiful. Less is absolutely more with this little beast, but when you use it kind of sparingly, you don't always get the brightening effect. But when you prepare your face correctly, which for me means using hydrating products, it can look very, very pretty. It just sinks right into the skin and looks so natural, and I actually have used this in almost every video since originally reviewing it. I've tried this with so many different products, and for me, it seems to really do its best when I'm using like minimalistic type products. Otherwise, it can get cakey really, really quickly, it can look dry, and it just performs like pretty much every other highlighting palette that I own. But if you kind of work her little learning curves and feel around a little bit, kind of play with her, she can be your best friend and totally transform your look and make you look airbrushed. Then we have the SPF 50 Dermablend CC Cream, which I love this brand so freaking much, but unfortunately not everything that they launch is going to be a hit. At least not for me, and it's not even that this product was bad, it was just really freaking expensive. It blended into my skin so nicely, it didn't really look like I was wearing makeup, but it did a great job at color correcting my redness. It was like a perfect little veil of coverage. I loved it. But did it look any better than a product a quarter of its price would look? No, not really. The real selling point with this is the fact that it has an SPF 50 without really having any flashback, and it has a ton of good skincare ingredients in it. At least I thought it did, doesn't it? Oh no, it does have vitamin E, niacinamide, and a couple other things. But if you don't really care about the SPF or the other skincare shit in it, then honestly don't really bother. I don't think it's gonna be worth it for you, especially when you can just put a sunblock underneath your foundation or even a day cream under there with probably the same things that this has. So is this beautiful? Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. I love the way that it looks on my skin, but is it worth it price-wise for me? Not really. Then we have this sexy little sassy mama from Makeup Revolution. This is the Body Veil Face and Body Foundation. I actually love the living shit out of this. However, they say it's supposed to be for the body, and it just never looks good on the body. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Dior Backstage, and the Dior Backstage goes on my skin so nicely. It's a little bit more silicone-y than this is, so it's just able to spread over my little body fur a little bit easier. It probably would go over soft, supple skin very nicely, but when it's a dupe for a product that does go over my skin perfectly, I can't like fully recommend this. But for the price, it is so close to the Dior Backstage that I kind of still do recommend it. Plus, this is pure magic once it's mixed with other foundations. I've not yet mixed it with the Dior Backstage, but I did mix it with the Uma Butete foundation, and oh my god. I don't think my foundation has really ever looked better. Like, it just combined and mixed into a beautiful concoction. But I really do wish this worked for the body like they said it did. It's not quite there for me. But on the face, holy damn. And then the next product, like pretty much everything in this category, I'm kind of on the fence with, and that is the Fenty Butete Under Eye Brighteners. I ended up getting 3 of these, and I've kind of tested them very rigorously, and I really do love this. It's beautiful on the skin, but the only thing kind of bringing it down from the yes category is the fact that you can use a tiny little bloop of the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and it looks the exact same. Nothing against these. I think they do look beautiful on the skin. It doesn't really look like I have makeup under there. They didn't really crease that bad. They wore pretty nicely all day, but it is very, very, very very minimal coverage. It literally is just a little bit of brightness under the eyes, and I can get the same exact thing from less expensive products that I have to use less of. And this does have quite a bit of product in it. You really don't need much, so that is a definite plus. I just know the cheap ass in me would much rather use the Maybelline over this, even though this is fabulous. If you're curious about it, I absolutely recommend it. I've not had a whole lot of luck with Fenty products on my face, but this is one that I do really like if you're kind of like a no makeup person. Do I think it's worth the money? No, not really, but it is still good quality. But if this is in your budget and you want a product that has a very minimal brightening for just a little bit of a healthier look, then totally grab it. Then the second to last product in this category is something that I actually don't have anymore, and that is the Trixie Cosmetics Bottle Blonde palette, which actually was a pretty decent palette. If you're a pink or purple lover, then this is definitely a palette that you want to smear all over your body. However, there was a little bit of a learning curve with it that I felt really didn't need to be there, and it kind of made it not so user-friendly. It's not like it was bad quality, it was very decent and turned out very pretty looks, but it just seemed like more work than it was worth. Even though I am obsessed with purples, I just didn't want to reach for it. And I know that it's not Trixie's brand, but oh my goodness, the Trixie Sugar Pill collab that they did years ago has by far been my favorite product that Trixie's put her name on. Like, this palette is good, but does it give me a tent downstairs? No. And last up for this category is the eyeshadow stamps. We just reviewed these not so long ago, and I love the idea behind these. I totally am gonna get more because these are very expired. However, these totally gave me some serious bad reactions. It might be because they were a little bit on the ancient side, and that's why I definitely want to retry them, because I want to give this another chance with different colors. But it has been well over a week since I've tried these, and my eyelids were actually bleeding at one point. They have scabbed over. They were like really gritty. I thought maybe my makeup eraser was too harsh for my eyes, but it was totally 1000% these. I guess this isn't anything new. Avon had these like in the 90s, but I really did enjoy trying these out. It was something new and fresh for me, and the concept is there. It was just kind of the application that was a little bit fucked up, and I'm pretty sure that's my fault. So I will definitely try these again in the future, but because these burned the absolute guts out of my eyes, I can't really put these in the yes category, and I don't really know if the new ones would burn my eyes, so I'm just plopping these right in the middle with a mess section. And to finish today's video up, we have one product in the worst category, and that is the black foundation. I think I got it from Amazon, and I also returned it to Amazon. I'm wanting to test out the worst products out there, and that was definitely one of them. And it's not necessarily that it was bad, it was just bad for my skin. It's totally a Korean product, and I think you kind of have to be on like a Korean beauty skincare regimen in order for this to work, and I am not. I do very little for my skin. And so it just looked dry, it looked cakey, it looked nasty, and it was very pricey. For like a little tube, it was 60 bucks, and I know this brand actually does have beautiful products that are known around the world, so I am totally not gonna sleep on this brand, but this particular foundation was absolute ass on me. Like, this product for me belongs in the bottom, it belongs in the basement of this category, locked in a cellar and never to be seen again. What brand was it? I think it was Era, H-E-R-A. Their lipsticks look hella fucking spectacular, so expensive but still stunning. Anyways, my little juicy blueberries, thank you so much for being here. I love having you. I can't believe it's been another month. Is this year flying by for anybody else or just me? We're like halfway through 2021 already. If you'd like to support me and my channel just a little bit more, please feel free to join us over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/poplux. There you get videos a day early, you get Patreon only content, plus best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy, just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.